Hello everybody. Today we were supposed to do a AI conference and we just did not have enough attendance to do it. And I kind of feel like, maybe if I gave everybody a little snippet of what I use AI for every single day, people out there can get a better understanding of the power of AI in your business or even in personal life. So I apologize for the video being all over the place, but I'm just going to record this on my phone, post it, and let you guys enjoy the benefits of it. So first off, I am recording this on my iPhone, and I bought this Rode wireless mic here that I have to use, and it sounds really nice because if I unplug the phone, it would be very echoey because this is a very echoey room. So of course, I didn't know how to use it. I bought it like 2 years ago and I haven't used it. And so I had to go on and use AI to go, and I asked, how do I use my wireless Go on my iPhone recording? And sure enough, it gave me a step-by-step that you can see right here on how to use it. So now I'm doing a video with you guys. I didn't have to fiddle-faddle with it, go run on YouTube, try to find a video, call customer support. I simply just typed into ChatGPT for that instance. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I use ChatGPT and how I use Claude. They're completely two different monsters, okay? ChatGPT to me is like answering how far is a golf ball gonna go and the velocity of wind of 30 miles an hour, or how do I fix my iPhone or something like that. I use it for practical use. I, for about a year, was using it for actual coding and more business type stuff, but I've just found that it's like a Volkswagen Bug compared to Claude and the other things that are out there. It just doesn't do justice, and I'll try to explain that here today in this video. So I'm just going to give you a few examples on each one of these things, and hopefully you can kind of get a better understanding of how powerful AI is for you. So as you saw, I did that for that. I also use it for example, working with a client on their website. I said, they're in the branding agency world. What colors are best suited for branding? So it go ahead and gave me some answers for that. I also have another business where I do school assemblies for schools. We do over 400 schools a year. And I have a situation with a contract where I have 14 different schools that I have to schedule. So that means finding dates and times that work with our schedule. We have to drive between the locations. We have to use gas to get to these different places. So as you can see, kind of scheduling those, they have a certain time frame they want these in. Of course, we want to make it economical for the teams that are out there. So how do I go about that? Well, I'm like, I can start putting it into my software and kind of just mingling around with it and kind of using Google Maps to figure out which ones are closer and so on and so forth. And again, I decided to use ChatGPT. And I simply just took a screenshot. I'm going to scroll down to that here for you. I took a screenshot of my schedule right on this computer, and then I added it to ChatGPT, and I said, give me a list of these schools, so it listed them out. And I also want to say, I want to visit these schools between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m., and I want to fit 2 schools on each day. So it came back to me, gave me the schools. I know it's kind of hard to see here, but it gave me the schools. And then I said, okay, well, organize them by time, how close they are together and how much I have to travel in between. And sure enough, it then spits out a result of what time I should do this school, how far it is away. It's saying 2.4 miles, 6 to 8 minutes. You should do these on Monday, these on Tuesday, these on Wednesday, these on Friday. So just alone right there, you can only imagine how much time that would save somebody. I know in my office, that would be a good 45 minutes worth of work. And now I have a simple schedule. I can present that to my software. And even the next level thing that I maybe will go into in another advanced video, I would just take that now and just say into my software itself that I run my business with and say, hey, create a software program to import these into my system the way it currently operates. So that's kind of a ChatGPT usage of, I'm going to move this up because I'm leaning over, That's a ChatGPT usage, okay? So I constantly get emails from my clients, and it's tedious to reply to emails. I'm sure if you're in business out there and you're trying to reply to businesses, the tediness of the simple questions that people ask about your business that, quite frankly, they saw on your website when they went to it in the first place. So I have some emails that I want to respond to, and I created my own little software to where I can paste the email in, select the account it's from, and it'll look at the schedule that I already have in my software and that current client's date and time that they chose that maybe didn't work or it didn't work for me. And then I paste the email in there, and then it creates literally a response. And now it has to go out and look at my schedule. It has to go out and look at where that school is located, where all my other schools are located, and that prints out basically 5 different options for either myself or the school to choose from. So for example, if I'm in Spring Valley at 8:30 in the morning and we're doing a show out there at a school out there, we do educational programs for schools. And we're done, we do the show at 8 o'clock, 8:30, we're done and packed up by 9:30. Where else could we go on that day? And so it basically will take in consideration travel time, setup time, gasoline, and so on and so forth. And it'll go, okay, Dennis, well, you can go to Ventura. I'm just saying the name. You'll be there in an hour and 45 minutes. You can start at 2:30. So in my business, that is so tedious to deal with trying to get the timing right of all these different things. And for me, my clients are happier because now they get an efficient way to schedule. So that's another thing that I've used, and I use Claude to actually create the programming for that. So today, I'm working on another one that's basically similar to that, but it's basically a link I can send by text or email that they can just go and it clicks on their phone and they say, it suggests what dates will work best for them and me. And they just click on 2 o'clock on May 15th. And I'd also want to look at June 6th at 1:30. So it's a really nice feature to have where I can just send a text message or an email right to them. They click on it, it logs them in, so to speak, and then they can choose their date and time. The current situation is they send me an email, hey Dennis, April 8th will not work because we have a early release day or we have a pep rally going on. What are some other dates you have? So I have to go back and forth, 3 or 4 emails. That email chain can last 2 or 3 days. And on top of that, they could probably lose interest in that point. So the efficiency level is incredible in that situation. So that's kind of some things where I use it on one company. Over here, I'll just keep that right here. I have my San Diego business networking meetings, okay? And I have an event, coming up today, actually later on we're doing a happy hour today, and I needed to create business cards. So I went to Claude and I said, create me a business card with a QR code on it that I can hand out at the events to track people that I basically get as members. So I simply just typed in Claude. My website name is sandiegolids.com. I would like you to create some business cards that are on brand with my website and get them ready for print. And then it gives me these options. So I'll do a few iterations back and forth, make it more elegant, make it maybe, whatever. But bottom line is, I got a beautiful business card, and I did this on Monday afternoon, and I just got them in the mail a couple minutes ago, so we're going to open the box and see how they came out. So that's efficiency, right? I didn't have to go and do send it to an art agency or anything like that. And here they are. The business cards are right here, front and back. Check that out. Now, that's the power of AI. So I also did on that same day, I just said, I need to create some banners. So those roll-up banners you see that are like, 5 or 6 feet tall. So here's my banner I'm going to be making for my Cody Dog Company, where we actually do AI solutions for people. So that's going to print. And then we have a banner that we created that's going to be an 8 by 10. So when people are at the events, they can kind of stand in front of it. I have one that has kind of sponsors on it, but this is going to be a gigantic 8-foot by 10-foot banner that's going to be at the events. It's going to have the QR code there. That's probably where people will stand, and then they'll take their pictures, and then they spray them all over Facebook, and then give me some free advertising. So we got 2 incidents there with Claude. Claude was able to design these different things for me. It was able to program and make software for me. I also have an event I'm working on that I'm kind of working through the process of it. I'm going to be doing a real estate event. I'm going to attempt to make one of the greatest real estate events we've seen in a while in San Diego, where I'm going to get real estate agents, title companies, mortgage agencies to come to this great big event at a hotel. So I'm planning that all out. It's not in stone yet, but I'm reaching out to some speakers, some different people. But I said again, Claude, I want to make the best real estate event in the world, so to speak. Create me a sales funnel to sell that presentation. So now in the process of, I'm going to zoom this in so you can kind of see. I'm in the process of making this, so that's what it looks like so far. Okay, so it's going down. It's going to do the offer, going to have the options of what's going on. Here's the timeline that's going to be, it starts at 1. This is what's going to happen at 1:30, 2, 3. What different things will be offered, so to speak, for marketing, who the speakers will be, okay? What other things are going on, pick your price, what kind of ticket you want to the event, the countdown clock, the old faithful countdown clock we all see. So the Q&A period there, and then the close to the thing. So then, now I have to kind of give the speakers some ideas on what they should speak about. So now I have it creating me a speaker presentation, speaker playbook, so that when I present to speakers and say, hey, this is the event I'm doing, these are some topics I need experts in. We have a nice professional presentation to show them what they're going to be speaking about, okay? So we're looking at maybe getting Pete Middleton in on this one, right? So, and a couple other people in here. So we're going to have quite the event. So AI was able to help me do that and create that over there. So we got ChatGPT kind of doing the basics, like what's the weather, organize this, take my spreadsheet, pull all the emails out, organize a diet for the next 2 weeks for me. I'm going to be doing mostly leg workouts, so what's the different things I should be eating. Here's my health conditions. That's great for ChatGPT. Claude over here, it's a monster. It'll create brochures, it'll create software, it'll create anything you would like. So what's a day like for me? I run 3 different computers. This is how I work every day. I have 2 laptops, and I'm going to turn around over here, and I got another beast of a setup over here to where I do my kind of heavy lifting work. So over here, I've created myself a proposal system, okay, that I can send out proposals for people that I work with AI and building out and developing them. I can basically connect with them with proposals, send them invoices, set up meetings, all with this basic thing that I had created that's just brilliantly beautiful. It does all the invoicing and proposals. So if I want to go look at a proposal here, it does a really nice job of that. I'm not really doing a good job of showing you that, but and you can't really see it, but you can preview them right there. It's really cool. So I was able to build that for myself as well. So these are some of the things that you can use AI for. In this day and age, everybody, AI is giving you the ability to be like a billion-dollar company. There is no gap anymore between a small business and a corporation. You have the same access they do to intelligence. There's a thing out there of Steve Jobs speaking about, someday we'll have this device where we can talk to and get the answers we need. And for the most part, that is here now. You can get the answers you need to anything. And not only can you get the answers, but it also helps you produce things, okay? Numerous amount of people are fighting lawsuits using it. Dealing with accounting, I've created my own accounting software where I can just throw all my bank statements and receipts in there, and it'll tally it all up, categorize it, and put it in the correct lines for the IRS. So there's a number of different things that are happening with this. Are these jobs going to be replaced? I think sooner than later, but some people say 5, 10 years. There's still that kind of gap. Some people argue that it can't quite do legal yet, but that yet is there, right? So I think I'm going to start by saying my story to my introduction to AI. I was probably just like most of you that are watching this right now, where I am too busy. I'm too busy to take on another software, another learning curve thing. Even with AI, I'm very stubborn on like what I take on next. And a friend of mine said, you've got to understand, you've got to learn AI. And I'm like, all right. So we jumped on a Zoom, and I'm not sure if a lot of you guys know my background, but I used to be a professional athlete, and I had a podcast, and I've done a number of different things, okay? And he typed into ChatGPT, I want you to create a profile on Dennis Langlais. And it just, I know how hard it is to make it on my own, right? Of what, if I'm trying to get on a podcast or get an interview on my podcast, share people what I've done on my past and so on and so forth. It created this brilliant bio on me in about 30 seconds. And I was like, at the time, my software website company was struggling because we were having a hard time doing grammar for the websites. I can't, unfortunately, I can't spell or do grammar that well. Unfortunately, in high school, I was traveling around the world riding bikes, and instead of learning how to read and write, and thank God AI came along and saved my ass, right? So, but what I'm getting at is I got my eyes opened to AI and how powerful it is for me. And now I use it every single day, all day, on 3 computers. And quite honestly, I probably might buy a 4th, because that $1,500 for that, or $1,200 for that extra laptop is going to give me tens of thousands of dollars worth of labor each month to get things done. Because I just kind of go from computer to computer, get it to do this, get it to do this, get it to do this, getting things done so quickly and efficiently. Continually making my processes with my business more efficient, continually making lead generation an easier process. I mean, now I don't have to manually go send, proposals and answer questions or send text messages to my clients. The AI can answer them better than I can because I've trained it to do that. So I just wanted to give you this little lesson on AI. I hope this helps you understand more about it. Of course, I do offer AI solutions for companies. I've been making my own and creating solutions that work easier for me, whether it's a chat bot or a reply tool to email, where it actually taps into the data you currently hold and responds the way you would respond. So I've done a bunch of different things like that. And if you're looking to do something that with your business, we could definitely have a chat and see if that works for you. So I want to thank you for your time. Any questions, put them in the comments, or you can contact me, of course, at sandiegolites.com and or codydog.com. Either one. Thanks for watching, and welcome to the world of AI.